Morning, YouTube. How we doing this cold and dark morning? Well, you know, it's gonna be a minute before I can get back to normal. I guess the last 2 weeks I had too much time off. My body ain't isn't used to it. 1184. Then I got to get used to this new truck. It's been an experience. Good morning, good morning. Welcome in, welcome in. We the the things that oh hold on one. That's probably why my thing wasn't working. It said I had an oh really? Oh man. Let's see. Hold on, I apologize. Okay. Alright. My docking station on all 18 wheelers have actually a you know the newer ones have onboard computers. Well, mine is like a little iPad, because it moves around all the time. It kind of becomes unstable, and then it's not charging, and it's like a hot mess. You'd think they would have figured it out by now, but it is what it is. Uh, just trying to get used to getting back up. Yeah, I'm yeah. I mean, I used to just, I'd get up at 4. Just I'd play on the, look around YouTube, look around everything, and get myself acclimated, and then I'd always have something to talk about. And lately, because normally I would be thinking and I write something down during the day following day, but lately I just been like, man, I'm tired. I gotta go sleep. I don't do nothing. So I'm waking up half prepared, calling myself a creator, you know, and I'm just trying to get some sleep, but we gonna work on that. I gotta be prepared for the hypathon, because the hypathon is coming up Saturday, the same bat time, same bat channel. But I intend to. Oh, sorry, hold on. I intended to sit this one out, but the way things going, there might not be another one. But so I said, well, let me get what I can in. You know what I mean? And hey, hot pepper Mike, how you doing? Uh, I just start this daggone my clock. That's another thing. When you drive a truck, you got to do it's called a pre-trip. And really, let's see. Hold on. And messages. Sorry, I gotta get. Usually I have all this ready, but I'm still in zombie land trying to figure things out. And really, oh boy. Well, I guess. Uh, okay, that's stupid. It's telling me they can't find a route. So I guess I'm just gonna wait till after I do my morning, and then I'm just gonna have to use my phone. I can't use it right now because we are we we're broadcasting, and if I do, I'm gonna get yelled at by my producer. Hey man, what's up with you? What's up with you, man? It's like, but it's all good. Well, let me see. I'll just reset this sucker, and we'll start from there. But um, one of the things I want to talk about this morning um, is actually about someone I kind of respect. The lady, she's growing. She's doing a YouTube thing, real nice, polite, and you kind of get pissed off when somebody does the woman wrong. You know what I mean? Um, Miss T with the T was on yesterday talking about um, she kind of, sort of, almost got played because a guy had came on, had asked her for a number, and 1 8 8 4 9. And what happened was you know, they were texting back and forth, which is normal nowadays. Where and the guy was like, what level am I on? Am I, She was like, well, you're on like 4 or 5 right now. I'm trying to get to the top. Really being really pushy. One, that's a red flag. That should have been a red flag. Two, I guess the guy realized that she was actually a nice person, and he he confessed, or maybe he was fishing around to see if you would be willing to be my side piece, which I think is, you know, n words like that mess it up for the good people. Like I said, I'm taken, so I'm not, but it kind of bothers me because one, it sets a standard that all women think that all guys are like that. You know what I mean? And by the way, I have a girlfriend. Well, then why did you ask for this lady's number? Why did you continuously, what's the word, perpetuate or whatever, that n words ain't shit. So when the right guy might come along, it's not gonna be believed. You know what I'm saying? When the right guy shows up, because your dumb ass, the next person's gonna have a harder time because he's not believed. Okay, who? Yeah, I remember once when I was dating in the early parts of my, after my divorce, and I was online dating, and I literally was like, just this just came to mind. I was dating, and this lady, I was talking to this lady on whatever dating site this was, and I said, "Excuse me for a second." And reason I said that was because I was doing a pre-trip on the truck, and I was really new at trucking, so I wanted to make sure I got it right. You know what I mean? So I said, "Excuse me for a minute." And then when I was done, which was 10 to 15 minutes later, I came back and I said, hey, I'm back, blah, blah, blah. Sorry. And I'm going to explain myself. I'm in my truck and I'm about to do a pre trip. And when I tried to explain myself, the lady didn't believe me. Oh, you saying goodbye to your wife, huh? I was like, what? What am I? What? And, and was adamant about it, like tearing me down. And I, I, I got upset at that point. I said, I said, hey, I was doing a pre-trip. I drive an 18 wheeler. I'm out on the road. I'm in what blah 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 blah. And she just was continuously berating me that I wasn't shit. I wasn't gonna be shit. And and I went the F off. I literally went the heck off. And the reason I'm saying that is, you know, I wouldn't use that one as an example, but everybody ain't shit. All men ain't shit. That whole notion right there is you broadcasting your hurtness, your pain. You know, I'm a strong black woman. You are broadcasting your pain because when you look at it, you know, these women, they broadcast this because they want a protector, and they see that a nice guy can't protect me. One of these idiots that do drugs and treat women like crap. He's aggressive. He's this. He's that. So that means he'll be able to protect me. Well, let me tell you something. Most of those guys can't even protect themselves when they go to jail and they in there getting bumped, getting bumped by some dude, by some lifer, and becoming his boyfriend. But what you guys don't realize is most of the nice, gentle guys were not nice and gentle at one point in time. Most of those guys have been through some pain too. Most of those guys had been hurt. Most of those guys had their guts pulled out of them because they wanted to be in love with this one and that one. They said, and then after that, they was like, screw this. I'm never letting a woman do that to me. I'm never letting a woman break my heart ever again. Most of the guys, they just look for that one person that just wants them for them. I'll give you an example. I'm overweight, out of shape. I don't think I look decent, but my wife thinks I'm the cat's meow. And you know what that makes me do? That makes me go, I really want that piece of cake over there. But you know what? I don't need that cake. I need to lose me some weight because I like the way that my wife looks at me. I like the way this woman stares at me, hugs me, holds me, kisses on me. Do you think I'm going to be pig-headed and dumb, a complete moron to say, well, I must be fine then. Let me get another woman. Let me get another woman. Are you freaking crazy? Are you crazy? Ain't no way. You know, uh, and that's the sad part because it also it barrels over into, you know what? I'm tired of black men. I'm tired of the brothers. I gave them a chance. Then you move over to someone else of a different race. Well, if that's your forte, have at it. A lot of times, someone of another race cannot understand your pain. When my wife comes to tell me this happened to me, I can comfort her and tell her, look, it's gonna be all right. This. I can actually understand because I'm African American also. I'm not being bigoted or prejudiced. I'm just telling the 100% truth. I can actually understand. And she can understand when she knows that I am being racially profiled. Do you see what I'm saying? I remember I even had the same thing. I said, I'm tired of these black women. I'm so sick of it. I'm gonna find me a white woman. That was the first and only date I had. It wasn't. It didn't continue after that. I actually got ghosted because I didn't have a car at the time. She picked me up at my parents' house because I was working for Celadon, and I remember um, we went to Red Lobster, and it was the funniest thing. This skinny bun woman was pigging the f out, and I was sitting there in amazement. And I remembered, um I was like, okay, let me still give it a chance. I'm looking for love in all the wrong places. And I remembered when, the date was over, and no call, no nothing, no call, no nothing, no call, no nothing, no call, no nothing. Even called and no response, and left text, and okay, well, that's that. And I went on about my business. I said, you know what? I'm enough of this. Enough of these dang on women. I'm just gonna work and figure it out. And the funny thing was, the the funny thing was, I I went on the road. I think it was like a month or two later. I went and was walking. I always wanted to see Las Vegas. I drove by it all the time. Drove by the Las Vegas Strip all the time. And finally said, you know what, I'm gonna see Las Vegas. I googled the or did I Google? I don't know if Google was Google at that time, but I figured out where there was truck stop, and then from the truck stop I took a cab over there. So it was before Uber and everything else. I took a cab over there, and I was just having a ball, just walking down, the Las Vegas Strip, just looking around, goofy. And then I got a phone call because I took the lady's number out of my thing, and hey, how you doing? Blah 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 and blah blah blah, and I just, I was playing. Oh, I'm fine, and you, because I didn't know who this was, so I'm just playing it off, you know. And then and it kind of went left after that because see, I became nice nasty because I was like, who is this? And once again, when a woman thinks they devalued, they want to rip you a new one. And I said, wait, whoa, whoa, whoa. When I finally realized who it was, I said, whoa, 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 slow your roll. You ghosted me. You ghosted me, and now you calling me and getting mad because I'm being polite and want to know who this is. I deleted your number. I deleted everything. And and then would she just continued to try to let me have it. And then I had to say, look, hey, hold up, lady. Uh, have a nice day. I ain't got time for this. I ain't got time for the foolishness, you know. And that's what we have to start letting people know, because guys, we don't realize when a woman want to cheat, you ain't never gonna find out. It'll be a freak accident you find out. When a woman want to play you, you ain't never gonna find out because she will. In 9 times out of 10, a lot of these guys think they players. The women already know you playing them, and they cheating on you too. And then guess what? You all heartbroken when you find out you've been cheated on. Well, guess what? Why don't you start the right way and don't cheat on no daggone body, and start the ground rules from day one. Hey, I'm a one woman man. I ain't got time for all this other crap. I don't want all this other crap. I just want one woman to treat me right. I want to treat that one woman like the queen she deserves to be. But we see we see this one and that one, and we want to jump in their drawers, and then when they have that baby, next thing you know, oh, why I gotta pay child support? You know why you gotta pay child support? Because I'll be honest with you, if a dude had that baby, we wouldn't be worrying about that. I'm like, If the roles were reversed, I'm like, If you don't wear this, you don't get this. If you don't, look, you don't put that ring on, you don't put that ring on my finger, you ain't getting none of this, Jack. Because if I got to go through that pain, that is probably unimaginable, ain't nobody touching me. Ain't nobody touching me. But the thing is, and I'm using all kind of whatever words, but these fools that think they players or whatever, um, and they're messing it up for the good guys. And you say, well, I had to check myself yesterday. Is being a good guy enough? Is being a good guy enough? Or is it being yourself? If I was like, why nobody want to be with me? I'm a good guy. No, was I being who I was supposed to be? Was I being myself? And even when you finally become yourself, do you or are you willing to evolve? Are you willing to evolve? Are you willing to grow in your as I say, my name is Darren, but are you willing to grow as can't stop walking? Are you willing to get out there and do something you don't want to do, but you know it makes the person you're with happy? Overall, I'm a freaking lazy person. I don't want to exercise, but I know I have to get out here. I have to get back out walking because that's what my wife loves to do. Even when I did a video yesterday of us walking around Coney Island. She was excited not to go to Coney Island, that we were going to go walking. We went walking up and down the boardwalk, walked up to the pier. She was loving it, and that's why I have to check myself because when you're willing to evolve and grow, you willing to do whatever it takes to make this person that you finally got happy, even for a few minutes. You know what I'm saying? Even for a few minutes. Like we had, I did I did a video, uh, broke behind photo shoot, which is what carnival all over the pictures. But I was like, this I broke behind. But we actually we actually bought some pictures, and she got the frames for 'em. I said, get the frames, and we have what we have what's called, I call it our adventure wall. And I put we take pictures wherever we go and pick a few and put it on this wall. And it's got so much room all over the place. Oh, we don't have no room. I said, just leave the pictures in the frames you just did, and I will come home and put them up on the wall. 'Cause she wanted to put them all, let's put them under the TV. I don't want to be looking at myself while I'm watching the TV on the wall. You know, it's in her she shed, or her area, but it originally was my man cave until it was taken away from me. I already knew it was going to be her office slash her room anyway. I had told them when we first moved in, that's going to be your area. I don't mind. I don't really ask for much, but the same talk and the same notion is, look, we there comes a time you guys are kind of nah, I'll leave that alone. Because then it has me acting like I know what the heck I'm talking about, and I don't. Um, I just like talking. Hold on, guy. I got to do one thing. Continue. Uh, Finish my pre-trip. Uh, Put in. Oh boy, getting old. 2563. Continue. Tractor. Oh God, what this trailing them? I can't. That's what be getting me. I'll be. Let's see here. Five 542600. 542600. Menu. Bam. Bam. All right. Time to make the donuts. You know. Sorry, I can't welcome you in. If anybody's came in, I can't see. I can't see the comments from here, and I'm about to drive because I spent the night in one of our drop yards in the pitch dark. It's spooky as it may be, but who knows? You know. Oh boy, I was gonna make that sharp right, but I didn't want. With my luck, I want to tag in the trailer because it's so freaking dark out here. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, I'm thinking I'm in gear. God, I'm thinking I'm in gear, and I'm just coasting in neutral. Oh boy. Yep, yep, yep. But you know, I just say, when with something like that, just be vigilant because you got a lot of people that are like that, but then you got a lot of people that are not like that. What do you mean? You got, some guys that actually want to find a woman. You know, I guys, I never wanted to be a player. I'm too stupid. I wanted to have someone. You know, I just, I'll be honest. All I ever wanted was a freaking normal relationship. You know, I wanted someone that I could, like, appreciate, and enjoy. And I'm so happy I found her. That's why I will always say that. I'm so happy I found her because see, what people don't realize when that's what even the Bible says when you find to find a wife. I think it's to find a wife is a good thing or something like that. You know, but it just shows you know we all need companionship, but we also need to be humble in the process. We need to be understanding in the process. We need to be able to figure out how to figure out. Yeah, I remember when I first met her. I'm like, I'm gonna tell her this, and I'm gonna tell her that, and I'm gonna tell her this and that. And I remember Charles like, oh no, no, no. Don't do that, brother. You know, 'cause I didn't know. So, in other words, I needed to learn how to figure it out. You know what I mean? I needed to learn how to figure it out. I didn't know. And then when you know, you know. You know what I'm saying? That's the best way to say it. When you know, you know. But you got to humble yourself to want to know. You know, and that's the magic word. Humble yourself. Let's see here. I got quiet for a minute because this is our drop yard. But I said, well, my luck, they might want to make me pay, and it was a lot of daggone money. But I was tired yesterday, and I was like, well, I'll just pay it. But I'll make night give me my money back. I complain like I ain't know. But but whoo, he gave me a look for a second. I gave him a look back and the thumbs up, and he opened the gate. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But all I'm doing is so I could be the first in line. I'm leaving a little early so we can get back in the habit of my driving, and I'm driving and talking. I'm leaving a little early, get over there, so I'll be the first in line, which is where I need to be because I got at least put 500 on the deck today, so I can make it. I can make it this stupid Lad Avenue. Y'all don't even know about that place yet. That place is a trip. But I got to make it to Lad Avenue before 8 o'clock tomorrow, which we should have no problem with that. But I need to get loaded and get up out of here. And normally that's what they do. So we gonna be good. We gonna be definitely good. But I don't know about you guys. I'm ready. I'm ready for summer. You know, it's the little nippy here. It's like 55, but in my situation, my asthma and everything, and my sinuses, I kind of need the heat on me. So last night I had that bunk heater hitting me, and I was sleeping like a beach whale. I was sleeping like a beach whale. But I'll definitely go back and check the stuff that you guys are saying and whatnot, and let you know y'all appreciate it. But it's a daggone shame. Like I said, Miss T, she seems like a nice person. She's very always been helpful to me. Really nice. I'm respectful to her, and I don't I don't, other than if it's something's needed or whatever, because again, my wife is very jealous. So I leave. I stay. I stay in my lane. You know what I mean? I stay in my lane because I need to stay in my lane. I don't need to get in trouble. I don't need to get my feelings hurt. And I think this, so there's a lot of people on here are my internet friends, and I appreciate the help. I appreciate the backing and all that. It helps me. I never thought I'd have over this many subscribers. I didn't know that this was possible. I've been on here since what, 2011? Somewhere around there. You know, I just said, well, I ain't never gonna have no subscribers. I ain't, but then when I got on the channel and hey, welcome in, can't stop walking but love mowing. I'm like, are you content creator? And I sit there like, yeah, I'm a content creator. I got four, I got 4 subscribers. 2 of them was me, One was my wife, and the other one was my son. I'd send him, hey, watch my video. you know, so you want to make, with someone that gives you that encouragement that to be able to do something, to be able to grow, to be able to figure out, hey, I kind of like this. You don't want to see them, go through something, but you can't look, hey, you can't, you can only, give a suggestion or say something. You know what I mean? And then you got to watch what you say. See, a lot of people don't do that. They try to in the windows or what. No, 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 no. I'm not trying to lose what I got. I'm not in the window with nothing. I'm minding my daggone business. But it is like the lady said yesterday. It's good content. You know, I'm not. I might. She said I might not block him, but this is good content. And I'm like, dang, because you know what? It goes. Let me switch up right there. It was the same thing that happened to Charles the other day, and I tell the joke all the time. Charles, he he takes his ring off because there's a lot of stuff that we do that would mess up an expensive wedding band. I just have a basic wedding band, but this thing is priceless to me. It's red gold, not red gold, whatever they, whatever the color. I don't know. If I knew y'all swear I was gay, but a rose gold. There you go. So I guess I'm gay. Not, but the the woman was trying to shoot a shot in shipping, and that part of it, the man said no, no. The man, in other words, the man said no, I'm good. I'm married. Well, where's your ring at? First of all, none of your god dang business. You shouldn't be false advertising. Ain't nobody false advertising. You don't know. You don't know. So you should take the fact that I was a gentleman enough to tell you that I'm married. I remember. I have to cut that right there. I remember I was an assistant manager at Shoney's, and one of the waitresses, new waitress, was hitting on me, and I was in a horrible, sexless. Let me repeat, sexless marriage. Didn't get it for years. And my wife was morbidly obese, didn't want it. But I was still stuck on the, the notion in the pretense that I was married. You know what I'm saying? That I was married. And the lady kept on. She would not let it go. I said, ma'am, I'm married. Even though my wife didn't deserve, the wife at the time didn't deserve me even saying that. But I said, ma'am, I am married. And she was, I'm not even going to tell you what she was saying. She's, I was blah, 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 you. And I'm like, I actually got scared. I'm like, yo, lady. And I literally went back in the office and sat my behind down. I think that was before, you could file harassment charge and all that stuff. But I was like, look, and the thing, what I'm saying is, some of us want to be married. Some of us want to be in a committed relationship, even though at the time that was hell on water, hell on wheels. At the time, I would cry myself to sleep, or even sit in the driveway and cry because I didn't want to go in the house. I was definitely with the wrong person. And he said, well, why didn't you just man up or whatever? Because I made a promise that I was going to make this work. I wasn't going to be like my mother and father with that craziness that they had and did. But that was because I grew up seeing such a harsh reality that it made my view demented. So I took this abuse for years until I finally snapped. I finally snapped and said, "That's it. I want a divorce." And when my wife at the time realized that I finally grew a pair, then she stopped and, oh, and we need to work this out. Nope, we're not working out nothing. I want a divorce. And you know, I remember I actually cussed my pastor out at the time because I went through this hell on what hell on wheels for so long that you was gonna sit here and say to me, you hey, this woman ain't doing right by me. And oh, you just pray for her. I pray yeah, prayer works, but prayer doesn't work on the demon. Prayer doesn't work on the devil. That's one thing we as people need to understand. Prayer don't work on the devil. The devil's gonna be the devil no matter what. And I remember, well, I said, look here, mother effer. I done told you that I'm done, and I meant that. And yeah, I was hurt and the whole nine, the whole whatever. But finally, I was free. Finally, you know, you wasn't gonna sit here and treat me like crap because I prefer to be gentle. I prefer to be nice. I prefer to be loving and caring. I have the craziness in me because that's what my father was. But I didn't want to be like him. I prefer to be a beta male. I prefer to be because that's less drama for me. I don't want to be an alpha male. I could be one, but what good is that doing me? It tears my insides out. It tears my guts out. I don't want to be that. I've said it before. I'm what's called emotional empath. Emotions when they rile up in me, it's like tenfold, and it actually hurts. So when I get angry, I get freaking angry. So even though I didn't know till a year or two ago that I was one, even though I didn't know that, I had learned some self-regulating, uh, pain-reducing tactics. So being a beta male and saying yes there, blah blah, and letting people walk all over me was better than me getting over the top, aggravated, angry, and pushing back. But then I figured if finally it took a whole lot of years, I finally figured out that I'm not going to let you look. I said, look, I've been through hell and high water. I'm telling you right now, you are not going to treat me like that. And you're not going to talk to me like that. I'm still going to be the loving, caring person I am because I am that person. But you're not going to talk to me like I'm a piece of shit. And if you don't like that, we done. And guess what? Because, nice, gentle men attract narcissistic women. Because I can do what I want, I walk all over him. And I went through that for a good period of time after I got the divorce because I kept on thinking it was me. But then when I realized it wasn't me, I realized this is what I was attracting. I had to start figuring out that, okay, you don't deserve this. Don't take that crap because, don't take it. Don't be, it won't, what that? Don't start none, won't be none. And from there, things started a little by little to get better. And see, we got to remember, just because you've been hurt, try not to project that because guess what? A hurt person hurts other people. So I'm always on the lookout for, okay, I got to make sure I don't hurt because I've been hurt. You know what I mean? It, you know, I'm not going to sit there and say that I'm the perfect person. I'm not. I'm not going to sit here and say that I have it all together because I don't. But if I tell you I'm honestly trying, then I'm trying. You know what I mean? And to be honest, you got to you got to put your best foot forward, and you got to try to be the best person you can be if you're trying to find the right the right woman, the right man, the right anything. Or even if you even like right now, if you're in a a relationship and you think it kind of slowed down, well then see what you can do to you know to bring some to bring some spark back into it. You know what I mean? To bring some spark back into it. I give an example. You know, my wife hates me drinking, but I know for a fact that that whole weekend that we went to New York, I didn't drink nothing. That was an honest to God effort on my behalf. You know, Charles would be laughing his head off when I say that. That'd be an honest God effort on my behalf not to do that. But I intentionally started out the whole adventure not not having one daggone not wanting to have one, not thinking to have one. I was so aggravated. I was like, man, I needed a beer, but I didn't. You know what I mean? I didn't, and I was so proud of that. And see, I have a feeling she noticed because she's very observant. Um, and that part of it made it made the effort even more. So again, I'm gonna be working on it. I'm gonna be working on it. You know, that's the main part of trying to do right, trying to be right. Okay, let me get back and breathe now that I've stopped. And Charles is right. Alpha and beta doesn't mean nothing, but it's the same. It's the same thing when everybody's talking about I want an alpha male. You know, I want this, I want that, I want this and that. But it's not it's not what you think because again, when I get when I get mad, boy, ain't no bringing me down. Certain people can bring me down off that cliff, but I don't want to go there. You know what I mean? I don't want to go there. You know, nobody wants to be hurt, and that's what kills me. You don't want to be hurt, but you hurt me. You don't want that done to you, but you done it to me. Is anybody, you know, what the heck? Oh, what is that light? Oh, is anybody like me? I'm technically I'm so done with Facebook, but the only reason I'm on Facebook right now is because I like going to Facebook Marketplace and I like looking at my addiction, which is lawnmowers and stuff like that. Hey, what's up, Blue Chicken? How's it hanging down there in Aussie? I'm trying. I know. I'm so sorry. I'm pathetic. I'm trying to act like I know what I'm. You know, I got an Australian accent. God. Uh, yeah, and you know, um, it's the arrogance that a lot of people have on Facebook. It's the freaking arrogance. you know, I remember a quick story. I think I told it before. And if I did, don't correct me. um, I had an old friend that we were just friends. As a woman. Um, high school, we went to the senior dinner together, and someone had. I was off of Facebook for a minute, and got back on Facebook. And before I went met my wife, so my wife's listening, and I had mentioned this. A woman I was dating was a black Catholic, you know, um, and she's very Catholic. I mean, really, really Catholic. And I went to church with her a few times. Yeah, I know, but I went to church with her a few times. No, not a few times, a lot. And when I look back at it and the stuff she was getting mad at towards the end of our relationship, I knew I should have knew then it was over and not came back. But one thing I noticed that, and it's very important to Catholics, is communion. Communion in a lot of these churches before COVID. And I don't know if they still do it now, but I know two of them, one in Ohio and one in Georgia, that they all drink wine from the same golden cup. And I remembered I had mentioned that on Facebook that I hope they're still not doing that because of the coronavirus is spreading like it is. And this lady that we had went to senior dinner together at high school, she ripped me a new one that I know what I was talking about. I'm not religious. She's been her father's a pastor, a bishop, and all this other stuff, and yada yada yada. And I don't know what I'm talking about. But you're gonna tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. But went to church many a times and watched this priest give communion with one cup. Everybody sipped from one cup, which is totally freaking nasty. And I seen it in two different churches. You know what I mean? And and the thing was, all I was saying was, I hope they're not doing it. Be careful. I wasn't even exploiting anything. And but she read me a new one because I'm so religious. I'm so religious. I know everything about God. You know nothing. Do you see what I'm saying? You know nothing. And I sent a response. It was must have been like 5 pages, ripping her a new one. But I turned back and went back and deleted it before I sent it and blocked her and said, you know what? I'm not going to be chased off of here by ignorant ass people that think they know what they're talking about. And then another thing was, I noticed the people that done me wrong years ago in high school, they're so thank you God and Sunday and God is good and God. Well, did you ask for forgiveness of all the people that you hurt in the past? Think about it. Okay. I went. And did you ask for forgiveness of all the stuff that you've done in the dark? Facebook pals. You know what I mean? Um, that's why I don't even look around. Like as soon as I go on Facebook, I look over to my marketplace, And I just get upset about that. You trying to sell that piece of crap lawnmower? You didn't even wash it, but you want top dollar. That's what I'm doing on Facebook. That's what I'm sitting here laughing and yeah, exactly. And then I used to everybody I on Facebook, everybody used to be my Facebook friend. I had so many, and then I started looking, and people on the, and I looked to see, okay, is your picture on there? Is you friends with anybody I know? That's what I was cracking up. Yeah, yeah. Hey, Blue Chicken. They don't love they don't love the chicken. They love the fried chicken. They love the fried chicken because fried chicken is delicious. Yeah. It was like we me and Charles was on the deck right after we did a live, and we was filming watching Holland America come in, and lo and behold, you looked right over. The guy had his curtains wide open and butt behind naked, and it's just shining. I didn't show it, but you could tell how stupid people are. I put it on. I put it on not Twitter, TikTok, but I covered it up, and they was like, well, we can't see what you're talking about. Well, because I'm not gonna exploit anybody. You could see his big yet white behind, bent over, spread eagle, whatever the heck he was doing. Nah, it doesn't devalue nothing. It makes me, you know what it makes me? More appreciative. I trust and believe my brother. I ain't spending time thinking about none of these people. But I just laugh at the notion that you call yourself a Christian. Did you ask for forgiveness for the crap you did? Because I know I did, especially after I almost died. It doesn't devalue, but it makes me appreciate even more. It makes me be thankful even more that I got a woman that loves me for me and puts up with my crap. Man, please. I don't even look back twice. I don't even think twice. It just makes me. I I, I just it's just reality. It's the real deal. I'm very thankful. I'm very thankful for the situation I am in, and what I was telling you, the my thoughts. It wasn't going on right now. It was my thoughts of years ago when I got back on Facebook. You know what I mean? It wasn't a long, f that one, f that one, f that one. Wonder what they doing right now. No, it was none of that. What it was, oh my God, you did me wrong years ago, and blah blah blah. Oh, okay. Have a nice life. I'm going on with mine. Been done went on with mine. You know. Nah. Again, it wasn't even Facebook stalking. When stuff appears on your page, you think about it. Oh, okay. But again, I go back to the fact that it wasn't a long thought. You know what I'm saying? It was a very brief blop, and it was over. And it isn't even a spray in my head right now. Certain things at this point are not even allowed. Certain people, are not even allowed to even have space in my brain. You know what I mean? No, I know what you're saying. But you, me, all of us, and like I said, that's why I appreciate my friendship with Mr. Lane. He keeps me grounded because he knows when I start going off the deep end, and he'll say, he'll say, "Hey, this is for entertainment purposes only." You know what I'm saying? And he's right. Entertainment purposes only. Yeah. Yep. You know, we can all be in deep meditation, deep thought, deep understanding, deep whatever. Hey, Mike, you get a little dark there. You give a dork power. Oh my God. Hey, Mike, you need to go back into your safe zone. You know, you need to go back over to your plants and film a video about your purple, you know, your chocolate peppers. Oh Lord, I got the giggles. But I got to get down with pen and paper and get ready for the hyperthon. Oh man, got about an hour till they open up. You know, I got to hit it. So I'm gonna shut down, my friends. I'm gonna shut down, my friends, and I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow. And I would just we gonna say what we always say. If you don't think no one loves you, God loves you, and I love you too. Peace out. See y'all tomorrow. Hey, Blue Chicken, you got friends? We your friends. Just can't afford to fly down to Australia, but we your friends. All right, y'all have a nice day. Be blessed.